Everybody knows that the Surron Light Bee is the OG of E-Motos, the bike that really kicked off the whole lightweight electric dirt bike scene and made these machines mainstream. Riders all over the world have been pushing them on the trails, in the streets and even on the track for years now. But here we are in 2025 and the competition has caught up in a big way. New brands with upgraded batteries, bigger motors and more refined designs are all fighting for the top spot. Does the Surron Light Bee still hold the crown as the king of lightweight E-Motos, or has it finally been dethroned? Today we're going to find out. The Surron Light Bee first hit the market back in 2018 and instantly became a game changer. Affordable, lightweight, powerful for its size, and with a huge aftermarket community, it quickly cemented itself as the go-to entry point for the E-Moto world. So why do I still think the Light Bee is probably the best E-Moto out there? First up, you've got the price. Here in the UK, you can pick one up second-hand for a fraction of the cost of most of the competitors. The used market is flooded with them, and that means you can get into the E-Moto scene without breaking the bank. Next up is the simplicity. The Light Bee is one of the easiest bikes to work on. You don't need to be trained in mechanics to be able to strip one down, swap parts, or keep it running sweet. And that brings me on to the upgrades and the parts that are available for these bikes. This is where the Light Bee absolutely crushes the competition. Everything you could ever want to do to a bike is available for the Light Bee, from suspension upgrades, brake kits, wheel sets, right down to the smaller details like handlebars and anodized linkages, as well as the foot pegs. And one of the companies that offer a huge selection for the Surron Light Bee is JFG Racing, and I'm proud to announce they are the sponsor of today's video. JFG Racing are the go-to for high quality Sur-Ron parts and modifications. So you're after new foot pegs, suspension linkages, foot stands or any other anodized modifications for your bike, then go and check out jfgracing.com. But the guys over there were kind enough to send me out a few parts to try and test out on my Surron Light Bee. So they've sent me out a brand new anodized purple linkage for the rear suspension. They've also sent me out a CNC machined motor cover and also an anodized purple stem lock. Just to prove how easy these bikes are to work on, let's go ahead and get these parts installed and we can see how good they look on the bike.
Look, back and I'm better than ever. I think I got a vendetta. Oh, now they call me, I seen them. All of those times getting severed. I told them all I can let up. They get not tired of me never. Give me a shot and I swear I shoot like Berettas.
So there you are. As you can see, it looks so much neater, it looks a lot nicer on the bike, and it literally took me about 20 seconds to install. So let's jump straight on to the next bit. So for the stem lock, we've just got the bottom section here. This will just go between the forks, up through the head tube, and then you've got the top section that will bolt down. This will then tighten up and keep everything nice and tight.
Better than ever. I think I got a vendetta. Oh, now they call me, I seen them. All of those times getting severed. I told them all I can let up. They get not tired of me never. Give me a shot and I swear I shoot like Berettas.
So there we are, that's the stem lock all fitted. Literally took me less than 20 seconds to get that in there. This is just going to keep the handlebars nice and tight. It just stops that little star nut that normally sits inside the head tube just coming loose. And this just keeps everything nice and solid and tight and looks so much better as well. So that's that one all done. So now let's move on to the rear linkage. Obviously I've already got the anodized purple triangle. So what we're going to do is replace this section here. This is probably going to be the hardest bit of all three of them. But no doubt this will probably take me about 10 minutes if that. So let's go ahead and get this one put on.
You ain't got shit on me, homie, that's facts. I just bought a new crib, I buy another for the tax. We ain't in the same league, we ain't in the same brackets. I ain't made a joint yet, they already know it slaps. Now I need the dollars. Got a new girl and she look like Madonna. Found a new flow and it's hot like the sauna. Buying these stocks, I don't care about designer. Tryna play me, they ain't no better. Herp on me, you can call me Chris Webber. Brand new whip with the brand new leather. And now I made plays so they all look jealous. Tryna play me, they ain't no better. Herp on me, you can call me Chris Webber. Brand new whip with the brand new leather. And now I made plays so they all look jealous.
Staying high with the mace, tipping wine.
So that's the linkage all put back together, looking super neat and tidy. It's going to be a lot stronger than the stock one. Obviously the motor cover there as well, and the stem lock, all looking really nice and neat and tidy. So if you're interested in getting any of these parts from JFG Racing, I'm going to put a link in the description of where you can buy them. Although they've even sponsored this video, I have used a lot of their parts in the past. As you can see there, I've got their kickstand, I've got their pegs as well. So really good brand, really good pricing, super quick delivery as well. So yeah, if you're interested in any parts from JFG for your Sur-Ron, then go over to jfgracing.com. Massive thanks to those guys for sponsoring the video, but let's jump back into it. But one of the best things about the Surron Light Bee is the performance. The Light Bee might look like a small electric dirt bike, but with the right upgrades you can turn it into an absolute powerhouse. By simply upgrading the controller, the battery and the motor, these bikes can go from a stock 6 kilowatts set up to well over 30 kilowatts of power. But here's the thing, I've reached the point where I've done about every single possible upgrade you can do to a Surron Light Bee. The suspension, the cosmetics, controllers, motors, you name it, I've upgraded it. And I'm at the stage now, there's not really a huge amount left for me to explore. The Light Bee has held the crown for so many years, but there is a new challenger. Well, not entirely new, it's been out for a couple of years, but I feel it's the most logical step up from the Light Bee. Sure, I could go and buy something very similar like an E-Ride Pro or a TALARIA, but at the end of the day, those bikes are based around the Light Bee platform. And what I'm after is a new challenge. This next bike has been on my radar for a while now, and I've finally decided to bite the bullet and buy one and see what all the fuss is about. So let me introduce you to my new Surron Ultra Bee. So there we have it. It's my brand new second-hand Surron Ultra Bee. The bike is a late 2024 model and I paid just over £3,500 for it, but it did come with a few issues that we need to address. So first off, we've got some pretty rough plastics on the bike. The front mudguard is pretty scratched up as well as the rear mudguard. The grips have definitely seen better days. The rear tyre is pretty much bowled. We've got a snapped brake lever, and also the front brake doesn't really seem to hold any pressure. I've tried bleeding these a couple of times, but I've just got no pressure in the front brakes at all. And last of all, we've got a huge dent in the front rim. But it's all good because we've got some huge plans for this bike. I've already got a ton of parts on order and we're going to be upgrading pretty much everything on this bike. New wheel sets, fresh plastics, new grips, upgraded brakes, and of course, you know we've got to add some more power upgrades to it as well. So make sure you stay tuned because in the next few videos, we're going to be turning this average Ultra Bee into an absolute beast. Now, I know what some of you are probably thinking, why didn't I go and buy a brand new 2025 model? And yeah, that bike does come with a lot more power straight out of the box. But here's the thing, I'm going to be modifying almost every single component on this bike anyway. So there's no real point in spending all that time and extra money on the components when I'm just going to rip them out and replace them anyway. On top of that, I'm also going to be registering this Ultra Bee for road use. So I want to take you guys through the whole experience step by step. So if you own an Ultra Bee, I'll show you exactly how you can road register it. So I'm going to finish the video there then, guys. As always, thank you ever so much for watching. Again, another massive shout out to JFG Racing. Like I said, if you want any parts for your Sur-Ron, then go over to their website and check them out with the link in the description below. Also, I want to know your thoughts. Do you think the Surron Light Bee is still the ultimate E-Moto? As always, thank you ever so much for watching till the end, and I will see you in the next one. Take it easy.